What is imposter syndrome and how to defeat it? Do you often feel like your success is due to luck or external factors rather than your own abilities? Do you fear that others will eventually find out you're not as competent as they believe? Do you struggle to accept praise or downplay your achievements, feeling they aren't a big deal? Do you constantly compare yourself to others and feel like you fall short despite your accomplishments? Do you overwork or push yourself too hard to avoid being exposed as a fraud? If you frequently answer yes to these questions, you may be experiencing imposter syndrome. Stay watching Unschooled Genius for the next 5 minutes or so to uncover answers and solutions to your most common questions about imposter syndrome. Many of us have experienced that sinking feeling of doubt when we achieve something important, wondering if we really deserve our success. For example, a person who recently got promoted to a leadership role at their company constantly doubts their abilities, despite receiving praise from colleagues and superiors. Even though they've earned the promotion through hard work, they feel like it was a fluke or that someone made a mistake in selecting them. During meetings or decision-making, they feel like they're pretending to be competent, worrying that others will eventually realize they're not as qualified as they appear. For some, this is a fleeting thought, but for others, it's a persistent issue known as imposter syndrome. What is imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome refers to the internal belief that you're not as competent as others perceive you to be. Despite external evidence of success, those with imposter syndrome often feel like frauds, attributing their achievements to luck, timing, or other factors beyond their control. This can affect anyone, students, professionals, artists, or parents, at any stage of life. Even accomplished individuals like Maya Angelou and Albert Einstein have confessed to feelings of inadequacy, despite their remarkable achievements. The psychology behind imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome was first identified in 1978 by psychologists Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes, who found that it disproportionately affected high-achieving women. However, recent research shows that it affects people of all genders, ethnicities, and backgrounds. The core of imposter syndrome lies in cognitive distortions, which are faulty ways of thinking. For example, you might discount your success by saying, "I just got lucky," or you might believe that your hard work wasn't enough to earn the recognition you received. Studies suggest that people with imposter syndrome have trouble internalizing success. This is often linked to perfectionism, where individuals set unrealistically high standards for themselves and feel inadequate when they can't meet them. Dr. Valerie Young, a leading expert on imposter syndrome, notes that those who experience it fall into specific patterns such as the perfectionist, the soloist, and the expert, all characterized by different unrealistic expectations of oneself. Common symptoms of imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome can manifest in several ways, including self-doubt, constantly questioning your abilities, even when you've demonstrated competence, attributing success to external factors, believing you succeeded due to luck or timing rather than your own abilities, fear of being exposed, feeling that at any moment others will discover you're not as capable as they thought, overworking, pushing yourself too hard to avoid being found out, undermining your achievements, dismissing accomplishments as not being that big of a deal. These symptoms can lead to stress, anxiety, and even burnout if left unchecked. Root causes of imposter syndrome. There's no single cause for imposter syndrome. It often results from a combination of societal, family, and personal factors, including perfectionism. People who set very high standards for themselves are more prone to feeling like they've fallen short, even when they've done well. Family upbringing. Some people grow up in families where achievement is highly valued, and they feel intense pressure to succeed. On the flip side, a lack of recognition for success in childhood can also foster feelings of inadequacy. Societal expectations, cultural norms and stereotypes can contribute to imposter syndrome. For example, women in male-dominated fields may feel extra pressure to prove themselves, leading to feelings of being a fraud. Social comparison. Constantly comparing yourself to others, especially in the age of social media, can fuel imposter syndrome by creating an unrealistic image of success. How to overcome imposter syndrome? Recognize and name it. The first step in overcoming imposter syndrome is to acknowledge that it's happening. By identifying those self-doubting thoughts, you can begin to challenge them. Reframe your thinking. Instead of attributing success to luck, remind yourself of the hard work and effort you put into your achievements. For example, if you land a promotion, reflect on the skills and determination that led you there. Talk about it. Sharing your feelings with a trusted friend, mentor, or therapist can help normalize your experience. Many people struggle with similar thoughts, and talking about it can lighten the emotional burden. Celebrate successes. Keep a journal of your accomplishments, big and small, and revisit it when feelings of self-doubt arise. Seeing your progress can help reinforce the reality of your achievements. Set realistic goals. Aim for excellence, not perfection. It's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. Setting realistic, manageable goals can prevent the all-or-nothing thinking that fuels imposter syndrome. The key to overcoming it lies in recognizing the patterns of self-doubt and taking steps to reframe your thinking. By embracing your achievements and giving yourself permission to grow and learn, you can break free from the limitations imposter syndrome imposes on your life. Remember, even the most successful people had to overcome their own doubts. So can you. Let me know which tips work for you, or if you have any that I didn't mention in the comments below. Don't forget to share your love and appreciation by liking, commenting, and subscribing. For many more topics on self-improvement, life hacks, and psychology, watch my other videos on Unschooled Genius. And remember, don't just watch the video. Take action. Become 1% better every day.